Namaste. Dear seekers, welcome to the channel, where we explore stories and wisdom from ancient Indian texts and literatures. Today, we're diving into an ancient teaching from the 5th chapter of the second Brahmana of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Brihadaranyaka literally means great forest. It addresses fundamental questions about the nature of reality, the self, and ethics. One of the most celebrated sections of this Upanishad is the teaching commonly referred to as the story of the teaching through this short but profound story. Once all the three descendants of Prajapati, the Devas, who are immortal, always in a state of happiness, and endowed with an unlimited capacity to enjoy pleasure, the men who are restless and selfish, and pass through cycles of pleasure and pain, and birth and death, and the Asuras, who reveled in grabbing that which didn't belong to them and in inflicting pain on others, lived with him for some time as students. One day, the gods approached Prajapati and said, "Teach us, sir." In reply, Prajapati uttered one syllable, "Da." Then he said, "Have you understood?" They answered, "Yes, we have understood. You said to us, Dhammayata, be self-controlled." "Yes," agreed Prajapati, "you have understood." The Devtas, who are immortal and have unlimited pleasure at their disposal, soon got tired of relentless, mindless sensual and material enjoyment for its own sake, akin to too much of a good thing. This has an echo in Ralph Waldo Emerson's compensation that every excess causes a defect, every defect an excess. One can also see a parallel in the Kathopanishad, where Nachiketa keeps refusing the bounties of material and sensual allurement that Yam offers and replies courageously that he would prefer to choose the good over the pleasing. This is why the Devtas understand the as the need for exercising restraint in enjoyment. Then the men went to Prajapati and said, "Teach us, sir." Prajapati uttered the same syllable, "Da." Then he asked the men, "Have you understood?" They answered, "Yes, we have understood. You said to us, Datta, be charitable." "Yes," agreed Prajapati, "you have understood." Humans, who by nature are given to selfishness and hoarding, understand the as letting go of one's possessions in the sense of charity. In a larger and more profound sense, it is reducing the extent of one's ego. When we embrace charity, our hearts open up, and we transcend our individual limitations by giving to others. Finally, it was the turn of the Asuras. They went to Prajapati and said, "Teach us, sir." Prajapati uttered the same syllable, "Da." Then he said, "Have you understood?" They said, "Yes, we have understood. You told us Dayadhvam, be compassionate." "Yes," agreed Prajapati, "you have understood." The Asuras similarly realized that their discontentment was the consequence of having a violent and destructive nature, and therefore found value in understanding Da to mean compassion. The antidote to a cruel and violent disposition is the conscious cultivation of compassion. Every time the storm cloud thunders, it says, "Da, da, da," and that reminds us to be self-controlled, to be charitable, and to be compassionate. For the divine part in each individual, the law given by Prajapati is to be self-controlled. Without self-control, one gets caught up by the splendors and riches and becomes egoistic. For the human part in each individual, the law given is to be charitable, be generous, and self-giving. Without this, one gets completely caught up by one's limitedness. For the demoniac part in each individual, the law given is to be compassionate. Without this, one becomes the slayer of oneself. Self-control, self-giving, and compassion, indeed, are three essential disciplines of spiritual progress. If this ancient wisdom resonates with you, hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into ancient teachings and modern life lessons. And remember, Every time you hear thunder, let it remind you to be the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching. Stay inspired, stay connected, and keep seeking the truth in every sound. Namaste.